Hey everybody, Richard Seller here again. Wanted to talk to you folks a little bit today about the business of employment law and about choosing lawyers and how things work in that regard. So, a client recently came to me with an interesting scenario, something I hadn't heard about that other law firms may do, and it kind of drove me nuts. This will be the rant session, and then I'll give a little bit of the advice session. So, most employment lawyers are contingency lawyers, which means we take your case based on a contingency. We don't get paid unless you get paid. And if you get paid, then we take a percentage. That's how in my opinion, this way or this type of law is supposed to work. And the reason why is, here's the truth. If an employee's been fired, they generally don't have the money to pay $400 to $500 an hour out of pocket to retain a lawyer. So we recognize that, at least in our practice, so we don't charge clients, for example, for a consultation. And if we decide to take their case, then we do it on a pure or full contingency, which means you're not fronting any money. If we recover for you, we take 40%. If we don't recover, you owe us nothing. So we're, what I like to say, we're all in with the client. We're in the same bed. And truthfully, the reason why I like this arrangement is because I'm invested with you the same way you're invested with me. We're in this together, okay? What I found out is that there are a lot of law firms that are not only taking percentages of clients' cases, but they're charging them monthly fees of like $300 to $500 just for the privilege of taking their case. And truthfully, or higher. And truthfully, I find it insulting. I find it wrong. When you guys are coming to us in a time of need, you don't have $400 or $500 a month, unless you're affluent, to pay to a lawyer to maybe be able to help you. And what I see with a lot of these firms that are doing it is it's just a money grab for them. They take the $400 or $500 a month, they kick the case around for 6-7 months, they make their $4,000 to $7,000, and then they come back to the client and tell them, sorry, we can't do anything for you. But they've already taken your money, and that's the end of it. And it just absolutely drives me crazy. Put your money where your mouth is. Put up or shut up. If the client's got a case, then we as the lawyers should be willing to invest our own time, resources, and risk to help the client on the case. And the client shouldn't have to worry about having to pay us to do that. The payment comes in the form of a contingency. 40%, some people might say it's high, and it is. But here's the reality. First of all, you get what you pay for in this world. But second and more importantly, we are taking all the risk along with you, meaning we're fronting the costs on the cases. We're spending, hundreds of hours of time, possibly if we go through trial on your case. So the risk is real for us. And if we don't recover, you're not the only one out of pocket. We are too. But these firms that are charging folks by the hour and then taking a percentage, in my opinion, they're just milking clients dry. I don't like it. I think it's unfair, and I think it's a bad practice. Do or don't, there is no try. I don't know. Somebody said that to me the other day. I thought it was clever. I think it's from Star Trek, but I might be wrong on that. So please don't correct me if I am. Anyway, choosing an employment lawyer, look, you have to do your research. We live in a world where the internet is the ultimate equalizer. What do I mean by that? Anybody can put up a really fancy looking website. Anybody can put up fancy looking content, but you need to look under the hood when you buy the proverbial lawyer car. Talk to your lawyer about how many types of cases they've handled. Ask them if they've ever tried cases, if they've actually ever gone to trial. You're going to be amazed by the answer to that question. Many lawyers in this area have never even first chaired a trial, meaning they are responsible for the trial. They may have sat in the back of the courtroom carrying a partner's bag, but they haven't done the full examinations, the openings, the closings, the jury selection, things like that. Ask your lawyer how many cases they've tried, what the results have been. Now, the truth is, and I get this question all the time, how much is my case worth? Well, again, if I had a crystal ball, I wouldn't be in this business. I'd be doing something else. But the reality is that these are questions that you can ask and should be asking of your lawyer to sort of get a range for what the potential upside is, what the potential risks are, because every case does have risk for both the client and, of course, us, the law firm. So there's a article on my website that says, I think it's the top 5 or top 10 things you need to ask an employment lawyer before hiring them. Print that out if you're going to go and look for a lawyer. We're always happy to answer those questions and provide you with whatever responses you want. If a lawyer can't answer these questions or won't answer these questions, my advice is real simple. Run, don't walk. There's my rant on employment lawyers for the day. You as potential clients should not be paying an employment lawyer out of pocket just to see whether you have a case. It's not a good use of your money. There's a lot of employment lawyers like us and other law firms throughout Florida and the country that will give you a free assessment and evaluation. If you have to pay for your evaluation or assessment, go somewhere else. My 2 cents, what do I know? Guys, have a great day. Hope everybody's staying healthy and safe, and we'll talk soon. Thanks. Bye.